Hello, and welcome to May's Transcend-ing Tarotcast. I am here in the beautiful jungle of Mexico, recording this Tarotcast for you, and we have left the Thoth deck behind, and we're going to start using our beautiful Rider-Waite for the monthly Tarotcast. So let's see what we get for the collective. Oh no, guys, I'm sorry I told you last week the devil was over. It's not over. Okay, this means we are in the same process as we were last month. We are still figuring out all the self-sabotaging behavior. This means 1 month just simply wasn't enough. And we need to keep going with this work. We need to keep going with restructuring our collective, shifting the collective, releasing everything that is sabotaging for us as human beings, and the way we behave, the way we act, the way we connect, the way we deal with each other. It's time to break free for all that's been conditioning us, and we just keep doing this work. We gotta keep going, guys. We gotta keep going. Aries, you got the Hangman. So this is all about shifting the perspectives, seeing things from a different angle, right? So if we are in this process of releasing the self-sabotaging behavior, it means you've been trying to focus on how to do so, or last month you had judgment, so you were in a process of self-reflection. So this time, through the self-reflection that you did last month, you have the opportunity to look at it from a different angle and understand things in a different way. So it's sort of like a little bit of sort of enlightenment on the subject by looking at it from a different perspective and shedding more light. So, you know, we 2D reality versus 3D reality. The self-reflection was in the 2D reality, and now we're going to shift into the 3D reality and see it all around, and what it actually means for you. That's your main job for this month, is look at your self-sabotaging behavior from different angles. Taurus, you get the Fool. The Fool means you start a new cycle, you start a new journey. You were on a healing process last month during the Devil, and this Devil is about starting a new journey. So in the process of releasing the self-sabotaging behavior that we're all going through, you will start a complete new cycle in your life, free from conditioning, because that's what happens to the Fool. The Fool is the beginning of anything, so there is no conditioning there. So he just goes, he has faith, he jumps into things. So that's the month for you. It's just about taking that leap of faith, believing, and starting this new journey that condition hasn't got to you yet. Gemini, death. So you were in the process of the Lovers last month with the Devil. Now you're in the Devil and death, which means total transformation of the self-behavior pattern. This is actually the best combination we could have, because it does mean you will transform your self-sabotaging behavior. So yay to that. It's not necessarily an easy process. It is a transformational process. You do need to go into the cocoon, melt into goo, and become the butterfly, right? So there is a transition process there, but you will do it. You will transform those self-sabotaging behaviors, meaning that you will help the collective a lot because you get this transformation quicker. Cancer, Temperance. So last month you were in the Devil with the High Priestess. So you were about discovering how you're self-sabotaging your own spiritual path, and now it's about the balance. How are the self-sabotaging behaviors influencing the way you balance your life, and how do we bring the perfect alchemy, the perfect combination of life themes, and balance them out perfectly for you. So by freeing yourself from the self-sabotaging behavior, we can find this balance. Leo, you got the sun, you lucky Leo. So lucky, yes and no, because it's still the devil. It's still the devil trajectory that we are doing here. So it's still about breaking free from all the self-sabotaging behavior. In your case, you really need to look at what brings you happiness, what brings you joy, and why are you self-sabotaging yourself in those areas? Why are you stopping yourself from doing things that bring you joy and happiness? So you had the tower last month. It was a super intense process of destruction. And now you can see the light, you can see the sun, you have this joyful energy coming your way and supporting you in the process of releasing yourself from the self-sabotaging behavior. But you need to pay attention, when might you be blocking the joy to come through, right? You need the self-awareness to like, okay, that's something that brings me joy. Oh, but I'm going to do this instead. No, stick with it. Do the joyful thing. That's your task for the month. Do the joyful thing. Virgo, you got the moon. So Virgo, this is being intense for you because last month we had devil with, what was it? Death. So you were in a super deep process of transformation and transforming the self-sabotaging behavior. Now, this time is about diving deep into the subconscious and really starting to understand your subconscious. Because when you master being friends with your subconscious, then self-sabotaging behavior does not come anymore. So the combination here is go deep into the subconscious to understand what is rooted there that causes the self-sabotaging behavior that you're trying to transform last month and that you were transforming last month, and then start releasing bit by bit, piece by piece, piece by piece. You understand what I mean? Libra, you get the star. So Libra, this is very interesting for you because last month in the self-sabotaging behavior process that we were freeing ourselves from, you had the Empress, which means it was about your motherly energy, your feminine energy, and how you can sabotage that by possibly not having enough masculine energy and being too much in the airy-fairy space and putting other people in front of you, putting other people deciding for you. And this month you have the star, which means it's the card of healing. It's a month for healing. You will be healing your self-sabotaging tendencies. So if you had awareness last month where they were coming from through the Empress energy, through the feminine energy, if you managed to catch where the self-sabotaging was coming from in that energy, this month you have the opportunity to heal it. Scorpio, you have the Chariot. So last month we were starting a brand new journey and we were in the devil energy for the collective. So for you, it was really about, there was almost like a turning back of the points in which you had to free yourself from the conditioning that will stop you from really having the faith in the new journey, really being in the fool's energy of no conditioning, right? So there was that self-sabotaging. We needed to pay attention. We still on the devil's energy, which means this time we need to pay attention within that fool's energy with the Chariot is, how are you not being yourself? How are you not taking charge of your own path? How are you relying on others? It's important to trust others, but it's important to be so secure of your own courage, of your own truth, of your own expression, right? That when you open up and when you share that, no one can sabotage that for you. So it doesn't mean you don't want help from other people. It means if you're totally in control of your courage, you cannot allow other people to come into your energy and make you have behaviors that will self-sabotage your path. I hope that made sense. So important this month is stay in your ground, stay within you, really connect with you, your uniqueness and how you want to make things. No more comparisons, no more that person is doing that and I should be doing the same, because that's exactly what the Chariot is. It's coming forth as your unique person, as your unique individual, as with your unique role to play in the world. But if you keep comparing, if you keep looking at others, then you are self-sabotaging that uniqueness. So that's the month for you. Sagittarius, strength. Strength. So last month you had the universe. It was meant to be a closing cycle for you on the self-sabotaging, right? The self-sabotaging is still here. The devil is still here with us this month. And what we are looking for you here is, how are you not being in your personal power? How are you not being in your personal strength? How are you allowing others to take power from you? And it does not mean that, you know, when we talk power here, we're not talking, you know, I am strong. We're talking about really personal confidence, like true confidence, where you are so at peace with who you are that you're just calm. Actually, you're always calm. So what self-sabotaging tendencies are there that take away your peace and take away your strength and make you lash out instead of staying in your strong calmness? That's why you need to be paying attention this month. Capricorn, justice. What did you have last? You had the Chariot last month. So the reason I'm touching upon last month is because we are still in the devil's energy. We are still repeating the cycle for the collective of the devil, right? So you had the Chariot. It was about understanding your uniqueness. It was about breaking free from what stops you from sharing, expressing your uniqueness. And now it's justice. So justice is a very fair energy, right? Being fair, really understanding all the sides of an argument to make a fair decision. So this is a sort of energy that plays a role for the collective itself, because if it's just you and just you have your own opinion. When justice comes along, it means you need to really open to other people's opinions and allow yourself to integrate them and possibly shift your mind, or possibly just find a compromise of your opinion and that person's opinions to create that fairness, right? So how is this affecting you and the way you self-sabotage your life? That's what you need to be paying attention this month. Aquarius, you got the Hermit again. All right, Aquarius, last month we were on Devil Collective Energy and you got the Hermit. This month we are on Devil Collective Energy and you get the Hermit. Your process exactly the same as last month. Exactly the same. You need to keep going with standing out of yourself. You know that crazy idea that some people think that if you have two voices in your head, you're going crazy. No, it's two voices in your head is very, very healthy, because you have the voice that's going blah, 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 and then you want the voice here who's just looking and observing and being like, you're going blah, 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 but there's that thing over here. There's that thing over here. And that's what, wait, hold on. So if you're going blah, 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 but there's that thing over here, what does that mean in the big picture? You keep going with that work. You keep going with that work. Pisces, the Hierophant. So even though it wasn't the main card you had last month, you did have this card last month, and we're still in the process of releasing the self-sabotaging behavior, right, for the collective. We're shifting, we're changing humanity, we're changing cultures, we're changing how humans are right now in this great point in time of the Great Awakening. And you are a Pisces, and the Pisces is almost the most attuned of the signs to the spiritual realms. So far we had great institutions that were leading us, and they were needed. We might look at the church now and think, oh my God, what a bunch of something. Or you might look at, crazy other cults or things. The thing is, when they came about, they were needed for the shift of the collective of that particular moment in time. Now, we've never had so many people in one go trying to awake with themselves. But what this means is your role in the self-sabotaging collective pattern is to really pay attention to the institutions that created this self-sabotaging and really see how those can be transformed to serve the new humanity, to serve the new era. So what's your role to play here? This doesn't serve anymore. How about this? because I'm in tune with something that's coming through. Now, how is this self-sabotaging you as well? How is you being stuck with the old narrative and the old institutions sabotaging you as well? You need to pay attention to that too. You need to know how the institutions, the old institutions, are affecting your conditioning, and break free from that first, to then receive and channel what is new and what is to come. All right, beautiful people, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next week.